going to turn it over to Tonee from Kytabu, who is our final speaker and is going to give us an overview of his work. Tonee, can I kick it over to you?
Yes, you can. I can't.
Amazing.
My video is giving me a little trouble today, but I will share my screen.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is walk you through. I don't have a presentation. We just did a video demo. Just in time to be able to do this. I'll walk you through what we have, and then you'll tell us what you think. Here it is. Share. Okay. So it's a video, but I'm going to play, pause, and then the general consensus is around teachers and a mobile application. So the app is called Hodari. As you see, it's in demo mode. So we're still working on the introduction. This is going to be the logging and registry session. Usual verification and registration. If it's going too fast, it doesn't matter. But this is the home screen. Sorry, that came out there. It's not supposed to be that. Wait a second. Let me just do this one more time. Move it back a little bit. Yes. So this is the home screen, right? And the way it works is we're working on building something. It's called Hodari again. As you all know, that means brave. And the idea is to clamor up everything into a single application that teachers can be able to use that deals with the specificity of the competency-based curriculum assessment books, right? So you see that lesson plan, work covered, and schemes of work. We've added a couple of nice nooks and crannies, see report, share report. You'll see that later, don't worry about it. Here are the learning areas that we're going to be highlighting, and we're going to use all the classes and courses. It sounds vain, it's my name in all the instances, I know. But the idea is this is where the kids will be, so your classroom of children will be here. And then when you select a student, you see term 1, term 2, term 3, and each term has its own strands and substrands. You'll be able to see that already pre-existing. And when you select a strand or a substrand, you'll be able to go directly into the student's class and be able to rate the student in that specific section. And then once you've done that, okay, what you're not seeing is that. So I'm just going to move this somewhere. There. So what you're going to see here is once you've done, it'll do it for all 25 kids or 55 kids, whatever it is, and you can be able to map them all out there, right? Yes. So then if you want to share it, you can be able to share it. That's possible over there. It also has a calendar function, and in the calendar function, what you have is preset standards. These are the things that's supposed to happen at a particular time. So a teacher knows if we're behind schedule, this is by how far, or if you are ahead of schedule, this is by how far. So there's going to be a standard calendar setting that we will have put to the current expectations. Then the teacher can add their own, right? They can just add what they feel like. There's a today, there's a week, and then there's a month. And the teacher can add whatever they want to add in one of the sections. All right, back to the homepage. Lesson planning looks something like that. You can be able to change the dates, times, grade, whatever it is you want to do, and then it keeps going. If it's a longer list, you can also share the lesson plan with anyone you like. Work covered works kind of the same way. Again, put the information in, and then schemes of work, same way as well. Put the information in and submit, or share it if you want to share it. Then there's this training module. So this is specifically for teachers. We've done some stuff and some content creation courtesy of MasterCard last year. And we've got some nice people who wanted to do some stuff for us, some influencer type folk. And they've actually done a phenomenal job. So it's definitely worth a look. And then, yeah, so we looked at these three: see report, share report, add student. You can be able to add student onto the platform real quick and real easy. And that should be, oh yeah, and then of course there's the what you have on the menu, assessment books, school. I'm just going to play that back one more time. This is what we have there. Notifications, assessment, schoolwork, record of work covered, CBC teachers training, which I just talked about, lesson planning, learning analysis. And learning analysis, what it does actually is very cool. Learning analysis, whenever you put information for kids, at the end of any period of time that you'd like, learning analysis can be able to create for you, whether it's a graphical or data-driven presentation to show you how your kids are doing. So this learning analysis collates all this data and tells you where it's at. Like, so you know, oh, the class is doing well, or the class is doing poorly, or we're missing on something, or one course is going well, and one's not going well, or one student is doing poorly. And that learning analysis tool helps us do that. Then, of course, there's vouchers that we're going to give them as incentives. And then there's settings and terms, conditions, and then you can also invite your fellow teachers to use the platform. Then there's the notification, which is a pretty straightforward tool. And I believe that should be it. Okay, if there are any questions or anything you want to talk about, super happy to hear it. We're currently developing this. We're about 75% done. We'll probably be done by the end of this month. And then we can test the application. Our goal is to launch it in January. Thanks for the opportunity to share. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Tonee. Yeah, there are quite a number. So let me just jump straight into the chat. So there's a question here from Wangari. Attractive even to kids, what's the UX UI rationale where teachers are concerned?
Right, so we sat down. We have quite a few teachers. My father also happens to own a school now. So we sat down with a lot of the teachers in the classroom. We did this first with little cardboards, and you know how it is. You take a big piece of paper shaped like a phone, and then you ask, where would you like to see things? And so the teachers themselves are the ones who created it. Unsurprisingly, teachers kind of think like children because they have to deal with kids. So they like it loud, they like it shiny, they like it, you know, pretty straightforward. You know, the blue means this, the red means this, the yellow means that. So you note that we use primary colors. Yeah, but that's where the rationale was. Thank you very much, Hodari.
Okay, another question here. I'll actually combine it. One from Gathu Chege and the other from Abija. So they ask, please expound on the CBC training feature, CBC teacher training feature, and then the other is your content government approved.
Yeah, so the first question, one second, just sorry, I have to talk. Sorry, neighbors, working from home. First question, expound on the CBC teacher training feature. CBC is the training for CBCs. There are very many TOTs. Trainers of trainers who are available, who are doing phenomenal work everywhere, training teachers. Some of them came to my dad's school, as I mentioned earlier, and we've worked with about 16 of them over the last maybe 6 or 7 months. We have schools we're helping in places like Narok, in Central, in Eastern, and in Coast. And I think there's quite a few schools in Western as well. So they are available, and we have a number of them, and these are trained by the government, right? They're trained by KICD. That's where they went, they did their work there. They're just normal teachers. And so the difference now is, instead of us having them go everywhere, we'll just put them in front of cameras, and many of them at that, and just make sure that they, you know, deliver the content as best they can in front of a camera. It's still not the same. So we're not trying to say it's a silver bullet. I never believe technology is, but the fact that you can be able to find what you need, that's pretty cool.
Thank you. Maybe the last question, because there are very many. So, okay, there are actually 2 people who've asked the same question, so we could ask that. How are the vouchers redeemed?
All right, so let me just be clear. I'm not sure what the voucher plan is. It's an intricate story. It's a phenomenal story. They are presented. We're working internally to create a voucher system for teachers to be able to get stuff against those vouchers. We've worked very hard to get some very interesting partners. So it's a time thing, right? You redeem vouchers by spending time on the application, and you end up getting things for spending time on the application. There are ways you can try and cheat, but it's very difficult to cheat on a mobile device because of its tracking and abilities. But that's how it works. I see that the questions are coming from the notes board. Can we call your solution an LMS? Yeah, sure. You can call it that. That's fine. And parents being hooked into it, it's not a parents thing. If you saw the introduction, there's a place for Teacher Service Commission numbers, TSC numbers. You need to have one for you to be able to get into the application. We have quite a few numbers. I think we have like 180,000 TSC numbers right now. So we have a database we can check against. But if you're a teacher whose TSC number we don't have, we're going to be happy to reach out to you on phone and see what works.
Thank you so much, Tonee. Thank you as well to all our other presenters. That's Kirimi, Mike, and when we started with Pedro. For all the people who listened in, it would be good to give some sort of reaction, maybe a thumbs up, or maybe claps, or maybe a celebration emoji, just to appreciate our presenters today, because presenting to a bunch of people online is not very easy. And we'd like to really encourage them to continue doing this and to continue doing what they're doing. So yes, let's keep them coming and keep encouraging them. And also, if you have more questions, you could actually reach out to them directly, or you could also reach out to the team and we could actually send them your questions and link you guys up so that you could continue having this conversation. So now I'd hand over back to Jen to take us through the rest of the program.
Amazing. Thank you, Tracy. And yeah, kudos to everyone. It is not easy. I think there's been some comments in here already. It is not easy to build amazing products. You guys are doing incredible work. We know all of the thought, the listening, the experimentation that goes into building these things. And so we are here to support you, our fabulous presenters. So just a massive thank you to you for sharing your work. Like Tracy said, sometimes, particularly when things are work in progress, we are hesitant to share them, but we really do encourage everyone to get in early, to be vulnerable again, and share your work with the community. You never know what kind of interesting opportunities might come up, collaborations, incredible feedback, things that might make your work better. So just again, a huge thank you to our speakers for being willing to share your innovations with the community. Also want to say thank you to our EdTech team, to Tracy for leading this conversation, to Juliet, who's been our voice behind the scenes, getting all of the right information out to all of you, to getting our speakers prepared for today's session. So thanks so much to the team. And thank you to all of you guys for being a part of this conversation, for sharing your amazing questions, and for continuing to be a part of the conversation. We're really excited to continue with you, and this is just the beginning for us. I am going to kick us off. First and foremost, I'm going to ask that if you are enjoying the conversation today and you want to continue to be a part of it, please do go to meetup.com. Juliet, I'll ask you to add in our details for Meetup. You can follow our community there, follow the conversation, and make sure that you get all the details about upcoming events. Juliet will also share links to our socials, so you can follow us there. So that's about us. The bigger offer that I want to make, though, is on behalf of one of our partners that you guys, some of you may know, called Metis. Metis is a fellowship for education leaders here in Kenya. So those could be entrepreneurs, those could be intrapreneurs. They do an incredible job of really focusing on the leader and helping them cultivate the skills they need to lead amazing education initiatives. As a part of their work, they're going to be celebrating some of that amazing work that's been done. And so they are going to have an event that's coming up in December that's called Reimagine Education. And I will share the link to that in our chat so that you guys have that and can take a look. This event will be truly a celebration. So 30+ of their community education innovators. There'll be some artists, Blinky Bill will be there, and really, again, an opportunity to hear from some incredible speakers and celebrate with that community some of the incredible work that's being done. So I'm dropping the link for that in the chat. If you're interested in attending, please do check that out and register to be a part of that celebration. I will now open it up. I'll make one other offer, and we'll share this out as a follow-up to today's conversation. But we also are partners with MasterCard Foundation. We host an ongoing conversation on TV that is hosted on NTV called EdTech Mondays. Those exist at a continent level. And then we hope to organize those at a country level. So we bring together great speakers who are talking about topics of the day around EdTech. So a great opportunity to dial in yourselves or to share with others. They also post the videos of those after the conversations on YouTube if you are like me and don't have a TV to actually dial in the moment. So we'll share those out to everyone as well. All right, I'm going to close us out, given that I'm not seeing any hands, but please do, guys, leverage this community. Amazing things that have happened as a result of people being willing to share and be open. We've had people find their co-founders and start businesses together. We've had people get funding. We've had people build incredible partnerships. So really do encourage you to use this community. And again, it doesn't just happen here. Feel free to message on Meetup or on the social channels as well.